Larry Vanderzee. Car 002 from Hudsonville, Brandon Oliver. Car number 3X from Zeeland, Chad Weiner. Car 911 out of Zeeland, Ken Hanks. Car number 37 from Hudsonville, Steve Van Dam. Car number 100 out of Grand Haven, Rick Brown. Car number 77 from Wayland, Mike DeVries.
Okay, then I probably won't.
Car number 111 from Hudsonville, Carl Helder. Car DUI out of Hudsonville, Greg Landhier. Car number 301, now coming in from Hudsonville, Cole Ruloff. Car number 513, sponsored by Sharks Collision, from Holland, Brian Covey. Car number 99, from Zeeland, Todd Hoopsma. And your final car, rounding out heat number 1, car number 8 from Grand Rapids, Chad Venema. Ladies and gentlemen, your first heat.
There they are, 14 cars ready for us tonight here in the first heat. Each driver now is going to get checked by the starter. Starter will make sure the driver is ready. As the starter points to each driver, he's supposed to give a hand signal, let him know that he's ready and willing to participate.
"14 cars between the poles, ready to do battle in heat number 1.
Yeah, they're ready to find out who will be the first one down to the scrapyard at Louis Padnos. They're just about ready. Now everybody's going to help with the start here. This is a tradition here at Hudsonville Fair. Everybody starts. We're going to start. Help me out here with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there's the start of the first heat.
Looking for that initial hit.
Just a little contact with the car behind you is all that's necessary to start this. Now they're free to go. There's our first victim on the poles right there. That's number car 301, Cole Ruloff. It'll take just a little while here for this track to dry out just a little bit, then they'll get a little bit bigger bite. Each driver has approximately 1 minute to initiate contact, and they must initiate the contact. Contact initiated by another vehicle does not constitute battle for them.
If they do not make that contact, they are disqualified from their heat. Their flag will be ripped off the car. If you see a car that's not moving and their flag is removed, that means they have been counted out of the heat race.
This heat will continue until there are 2 cars left. When there are 2 cars running, the heat is over with, and those 2 cars will transfer on to tonight's main event.
Number 301, Cole Ruloff, up on the poles, is being counted on. Looks like number 111, Carl Helder from Hudsonville, working on getting his car going. While he's working,
he took a huge hit in the side there, put it right up on an angle.
Thought maybe they'd jar his starter back together and get him going again. So Cole Ruloff has been counted out. He'll be your first car out of the first heat.
That's kind of unfortunate for Cole Rulos, but the good thing about it is his car is ready for the next one. He doesn't have much to do.
I see number 111, Carl Helder. He's got the tires spinning. He's still not making progress. Once again, just because the tires spin, it does not mean you can stay in contention. You need to make legitimate contact with another car in order to stop your count.
Yeah, he's having a tough time there, car 111. He's got a flat tire on the left front.
Car 002 on the north side of the arena. That's Brandon Oliver out of Hudsonville. He is officially out of competition. And he kind of has number 37, Steve Van Dam, wedged in against the poles. We'll see if Steve can make his way out of that. L54, Larry Vanderzee from Grand Rapids. Looks like he's having a tough time getting his going.
Looks like car 513. 513, that's Brian Covey out of Holland. He's out over there on the east end of the track.
Car number 100, Rick Brown from Grand Haven.
Car 111 is out.
Working on trying to get his car started. He's being counted on at this time.
Car number 37 has been disqualified. That's Steve Van Dam out of Hudsonville.
Car L54, Larry Vanderzee from Grand Rapids. His car gave up on him. He is officially out of competition.
Car number 3X has just been disqualified. Chad Wiener out of Zeeland.
Car 77, that's Mike DeVries from Whalen. He was having a tough time getting his going. Looks like he's making progress again.
It looks like we got officially 6 vehicles with their flags still attached in part of combat. Car number 99 and car number 100 have been counted on. Car number 100 is done. Just been disqualified. That's Rick Brown out of Grand Haven.
Car number 99, that's
Well,
Todd
we got a
Boeksma.
red flag here.
Todd Boeksma in the 99 car from Zeeland's being counted on.
It looks like we've got a little bit of a fire down there underneath car 111. Sometimes that'll happen when those cars sit there. These are older vehicles. The valve cover gaskets and some other gaskets probably aren't as tight as they should be, and there's probably a lot of oil and hot oil dripping on the manifold there. And sometimes when they stop like that, that oil or transmission fluid or whatever it is there, or power steering fluid, sometimes will catch on fire.
So it looks like we've got 4 vehicles left running and moving at this time. Once again, 99 Todd Boeksma from Zeeland's being counted on. He's the 5th one officially still in competition this evening. Once again, we're looking for the top 2. We get down to the final 2. The heat race will be ended, and those final 2 will move on to tonight's final coming up later on. So we got the green flag again. We're off. 4 cars remaining, and a 5th one being counted on. DUI, Greg Land here from Hudsonville. A nice hit on Mike DeVries from Whalen in a 77.
Chad Fenham on number 8. Out of Grand Rapids. He used to be a Byron Center boy, originally from Byron Center. Been a part of the Demolition Derby here for quite a few years, Chad has.
See Todd Boeksma in the 99 got his car back and going in competition. So we've got 5 running. Chad Fenema with a nice front end hit on 77, Mike DeVries. He's looking to get business done. Hopefully move himself into the final.
We still have five vehicles left out there. 911, Ken Hengst out of Zeeland. 77, Mike DeVries out of Wayland. Greg Lang here in DUI out of Hudsonville. Chad Fenema, number 8 out of Granville, and Todd Bootsma, number 99 out of Zeeland. Those are the 5 cars remaining.
99, Todd Bootsma just lost the rear tire on the driver's side. That will impair his.
That could give him a little bit of trouble if he gets in a spot where the soil's a little bit loose.
He's looking to be using that passenger side rear tire right now as he puts the hit on 911, Ken Hanks.
Ken Hanks looks like he's got a strong car there. Not a whole lot of damage to it yet. Definitely 5 strong vehicles out there. Good running vehicles. Some of these cars may look old, but I'll guarantee you that some of these drivers out there, even though the car may be old, that is probably a fairly new motor in there with not many miles on it. They'll take a newer motor and put it in the older car. And they'll keep that motor and they'll switch it back and forth from vehicle to vehicle, especially some of these drivers that run in demolition derbies all over West Michigan. DUI, Greg Land here, and number 8, Chad Fenema, both of them stalled out there trying to get their vehicles started. Meanwhile, Todd Bootsma, Mike DeVries, and Ken Hanks continue battle there in the middle of the competition area. Chad Fenema and Greg Land here being counted on. Greg's got his started again.
That's DUI, Greg Land here, up and moving.
Makes contact.
With the 77 of Mike DeVries.
Looks like Chad Fenema's got his rolling over pretty good. Will it start? Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Now he just has to make contact somewheres. Chad's gonna have a little tough time with it though. He's got 2 tires down flat on the right-hand side.
Both on the same side. That'll cause his frame to drag on the ground.
I'm surprised Todd Bootsma is doing as well as he is with missing the tire right off the rim there on the 99 car.
That tire's been missing for a while, ever since he was about being counted on earlier when he was having trouble getting it going.
Looks like he's driving a Lincoln. That looks like a Lincoln Continental he's got there. Still 5 cars remaining. Looks like Greg Land here is trying to get his started again over on the southeast side over there. That's DUI, Greg Land here. Red flag situation there, checking it out. These drivers must cut a hole in the hood for inspection purposes, and this is one of the reasons right there in case there is a fire underneath there.
They can see it and get to it.
Like I say, it just could be old oil or power steering fluid or anything like that in there. Once that exhaust manifold gets hot and that oil drips on there, it will flare up on you. Also, the engine temperatures can get high enough too that it'll start it on fire once these things take a couple hits and the radiator's gone and they've lost all their water and their liquid.
Once again, give you an update. 5 cars remaining here in the first heat. Ken Hankston, a 911. Mike DeVries in the 77. Greg Land here in the DUI. Chad Fenema in the 8 car. And Todd Bootsma in the 99. I think when that red flag came out, Greg Land here was again getting the count put on him. His car was not running at the time.
So his count will continue.
We'll see if he can get it back up and going. Sometimes this only helps. You're being counted on and you get a little bit of a break.
Each driver gets checked here. Make sure they're ready. Once they're ready, green flag for them to start. The count continues for Greg Land here. Looks like a count will start now for Chad Fenema, if it has not already, in car number 8. And it looks like Mike DeVries here on the other side. Car 77 does have it moving. For a minute, it looked like he was stalled trying to get started.
For those of you who can't see, I can now see why Todd Bootsma is having such a problem going. His front tire on the passenger side is horizontal. It's not vertical anymore.
And his rear tire on that same side is just spinning on the rim.
It's flat.
So he's lost a ball joint up front. So that car won't be going anywhere.
So number 8, Chad Fenema, was not able to get his going after the red flag. And
That's
DUI, Greg Land here was not able to get his going either.
We have 2 cars remaining. It looks like Bootsma did make it into the finals, and also 911, Ken Hengst. And for those of you who were here last year, let's just like to say that that name sounds familiar, that Ken Hengst. He's the one that was out in the middle of a heat race out there, and he had a heart attack. I don't know if you recall that, and they whisked him away to the hospital. Hey, we're glad to see him back here with us this year. So everybody, a good round of applause for Ken Hengst and Todd Bootsma. Those are the 2 that are going to transfer on to the feature event for this evening.
We'll get the official rundown for you just shortly as soon as we receive it from the ladies next door.
And while we have a break in the action here, again, this week, you kids, this summer,